Hello, my name is Matt with Assurity. Welcome to the second episode of our Tips from the Insurance Pros podcast. We're excited to bring you conversations with sales pros as they share ideas and insights that you can use today. Joining us today is Belle Lavares, who is a financial advisor and principal of Wilshire Group Financial Services. With 37 years in the business, Belle brings a unique perspective to working with women in today's world. She'll discuss how she goes about helping women with their financial life, as well as her success with workshops and referrals. Belle, it's great having you with us here today. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, as we mentioned earlier, not many women have life insurance. Or if they do, they don't have enough of it. How is your organization tapping into this market and their needs?
So we tap in this market mainly through referrals individually and through workshops we call What Women Want. I think our clients want objective financial advice and feel they can get direct answers from us regarding their needs and not a sales pitch. So they share this with their friends, families, and colleagues. We use a process that focuses on prospects' welfare and needs. And women are sensitive to this because women learn differently, as you know, than men. Um, as a member of this gender, we like to gather information, study, and possibly consult with others, socially or professionally. And we also learned that our referred clients, especially women, does not want to be rushed. So quality time with clients and prospects is invested. So we can discuss, uncover the needs, and address various areas of their finances. During our meetings, we take a high-level view of their situation and help in providing solution accordingly, which may include recommending other professionals such as lawyers, loan officers, or accountants as needed. Now, about the insufficient life insurance coverage of many women. How do we address this? Through education primarily. By taking the time in explaining what the various types of life insurance that is available, the prospects can understand what the role of life insurance is over their lifetime and why it's vital to have it as part of their financial plan. It helps the prospect in their buying decision when they know its value.
You talked about the workshops you conduct. I'd love to hear a little bit more about how you go about conducting those. Could you expand on that?
Okay, well, like I said, we call it What Women Want. And originally, it was designed for mainly women. Let's just sit down, let's have some wine and cheese. Women always like wine and cheese, right? But now we have more men attending this workshop. You know, they bring their spouses, they bring their children, and the workshop is designed to be small, not a large workshop, because we want interaction. It is mainly built up on questions and answers, and some of them come in with questions initially, and it could be in different aspects of finances. It could be about just beneficiary changes. It could be on long-term care. It could be as simple as life insurance. I don't know what I have. It's a term plan, and so it becomes a discussion, and everybody gets to participate with a Q&A. At the end of the meeting, I feel that everybody feels that, I didn't realize that this is what you guys do. I didn't realize that this is what financial planning is all about. I don't have to have a gazillion dollars to speak with someone like you. And, at the end of the meeting, they set up appointments with us. And because we only have maybe at best, at most, maybe 14, 15 people, we're able to capture. We have a very high number of people giving us appointments.
What do you think is the best way to approach women about their life insurance needs?
Okay, so let me begin with this. It may take a long way to get to the answer that you want for your question, but women want financial peace of mind. But women deal with a lot of barriers. For example, most of us women does not know where to go to get help. There's always the internet, but we don't know which information to trust. I think that's pretty general, right? But women knows what they want in financially, but may not know how to achieve them. We need guidance. Most women do not have financial advisors, and it is a challenge for us to find someone trustworthy. We are unclear about the scope of what financial advisors or planners does. It scares us generally. And the worst part is most women don't want to meet with financial professionals because they feel they don't have enough assets, not realizing that this is exactly what financial professionals do, help grow wealth. Also, in a husband and wife situation, the men are primarily approached regarding life insurance and other financial matters, not the women. But women believe more in insurance than men. And finally, I want to say that women, or some women, maybe plenty of us, a lot of us, lack knowledge in debt management, which prevents them from achieving financial goals. Even as simple as buying life insurance, it could be one of them, right? So, how do we approach them? I feel a calm, intense but sincere approach is one of the best ways to speak with women about their life insurance needs. When I meet with prospects for the first time, I do my best to be calm. I get a little nervous, but I do my best to be calm. I prepare myself to do a thorough fact and goal-finding process. I am genuine and sincere when asking relevant questions because my goal is to understand what's going on with their financial lives so I can help them enhance their present situation. From the early part of my presentation meeting, as I mentioned earlier, education is key, right? So risk management, such as life insurance, disability, critical illness, and long-term care insurance is introduced. My prospect is immediately aware that part of their financial planning will include life insurance, long-term care, and etc. This process takes away surprises and eliminates the question of what I do. And in the end, the transparency from the start helps my prospect in making an informed buying decision.
Looking out for someone's well-being doesn't only mean their physical wellness. Do you have a story you can share with us about a time you helped a female client become more financially fit?
Okay. A millennial. Some of my toughest customers comes to mind, even though most of my clients are the baby boomers due to the need of retirement income and long-term care planning. But they're really challenges, for when you're dealing with millennials. So I'll use a client Jane, who is a recent client of mine. She is 30 years old. She's an RN. Single, a very responsible individual. She has a great savings account, about $40,000. Not very many 30-year-olds have that.
Good
They
for her.
contribute, yeah, absolutely. She contributes to her 401k. She has about 60 grand. She owns a condo in Los Angeles, a suburb of Los Angeles, about $375,000, with an existing mortgage of $280,000. However, Jane only has a group insurance at work, $350,000, and owes about $6,000 in credit cards. I'm sure you will agree that it's a little hard to speak with this type of clients because she seemed to have everything in order. During our second meeting, I showed her ways on how to possibly enhance her situation, which captured her interest, and she began to listen. First one, I explained the benefit of paying off the credit card. Just don't leave that money in the savings account. Just use your money, pay off your credit card. We saved about $200 there. I advised her to contact her mortgage company after reviewing her mortgage statement to have them remove the PMI. She literally did it and saved $135 a month. Instead of paying extra, the third one is instead of paying extra to the principal of her mortgage, like $165, the extra money will be used to build up cash values. I told her, don't pay down your mortgage. Let's use that to build up cash value, which she can access anytime instead of through mortgage loan. So in short, the strategy is to help the client find the money. With the $500 found, we transitioned the funds into risk management with cash value. I recommended her to purchase an overfunded whole life plan through our company, of course, with waiver, premium, and disability. It is to protect her new home in case of premature death to pay off her mortgage loan, provide income for mortgage payment if she becomes disabled, waive her life insurance policy premium in case of disability. And then, if nothing happens the next 20 years, 22 years, she can use the money basically to pay off her mortgage, to accelerate it. Save 10 years worth of mortgage payment. Or if she has kids then, she can use it for college funding, or if she never used it and just continue her mortgage payment, she can use it for supplemental retirement or business opportunity.
Now, is this a typical way that you go about a case like this, even with a baby boomer or perhaps older?
Yes, yes. We really take a very high level view of what's going on. I mean, obviously we won't have all the answers, but I want to be able to orchestrate the situation with the client front and center. To just make sure, because there are things that, I mean, just simple things like this. Just imagine, $135. She had no idea she was paying that into that PMI. I mean, she knew she was paying it, but didn't realize she can remove it. And without an advisor, they go on life doing that. We have a case recently. I mean, the interest rate on their mortgage is like 6.75%. Who pays that today? Yeah. So, I mean, that's really where the value of a financial professional comes in.
Being in the insurance business, a mostly male-dominant profession, what's been your key to success as a woman in this industry, especially as you sell to other women?
Protect your client's interest at all costs. Women takes pride with people they work with. Because our business depends on referrals, we swim in a very small pool. Our integrity, confidentiality, and service is our asset. I feel this has been our key to success.
So you mentioned that you get strong referrals. How do you go about asking for those?
I basically, when we sit down with clients, first of all, I do what I call a power hour with my clients, once a year, twice a year, whatever. And that's so they can remember me, because out of sight, out of mind, right? But I do directly ask. It's like, hey, is there anyone that you think, might be able to get some help doing this? Or how is your planning? How did you enjoy our time together? That type of thing. It's very personal is how I do it. I don't want to come across where it's just like, hey, we have a hot product right now. Maybe someone that can buy this. No. It's really very personal, and I really ask them what their experience is and were we able to help them. And we have been fortunate enough to, find a lot of clients who's been happy, with the planning that we've done from them. And the final thing really that we use, which is true, is that because of our history, a company of 42 years, I have been personally in the business for 37 years, all I can offer is the experience. Where we have seen our client, for the past 30 years use, the life insurance, the cash value, the long-term care, all of these things. So that's really how we go about it. And what women want, our clients are the ones who actually invite their friends to come in and sit down with us to do Q&As.
As we mentioned earlier, 44% of women don't have any life insurance at all. So what are some things you can do today to start addressing that problem?
Have the conversation. Have the conversation. Give them a call and educate. We're scared of insurance because we don't understand how it works. It's something that everybody needs, but we just don't know. We do, you can use life insurance. You should be able to come in, with a prospect, knowing a little bit about them and giving them ideas how it can be used. I mean, be it a college funding. I mean, start with that. Let's not talk about the death benefit. The death benefit just happens to be. It could be the waiver premium part of it. We recently have a case here in the office who is about, I want to say she is, 54 years old, and she recently became blind because of the retina detachment. And we looked at her portfolio, and she has over $1 million worth of insurance with us. It's a combination of term and UL. She's been our client for quite some time, and she had a waiver premium on that policy. Oh my God. everything is waived, and some disability waiver, some of the premiums in addition to that's being paid for. I mean, just those benefits. I mean, she is heralding this. It's just like, oh my God, I did not realize that this works this way. So, to approach them really is to be practical, but be sincere about what you're trying to do for them. Help them, help them understand why this is important. I get a little excited and passionate talking about it. Really, the challenge about talking about, when you talk about life insurance is to keep it interesting. But for me, it's just, I don't know, I get excited. So anyway.
Thank you, Belle, for your thoughts and insights today. We appreciate you taking the time to spend a few minutes with us as we look into new ways to empower women to live their best life. One of those ways being preparing for their future with a life insurance policy.
Thank you. Thank you for making me a part of this. Appreciate it.
And to our listeners, thanks for tuning in to episode 2 of Assurity's podcast series, Tips from the Insurance Pros. Catch our next episode to hear more valuable insights into the women's market. In the meantime, if you'd like to learn more about Assurity's life insurance products, head over to liam.assurity.com. That's liam.assurity.com. You can also email us at podcast@assurity.com, and we'd be happy to connect you with one of our regional reps in your area to take a deeper dive. Thanks for listening. For producer use only, not for use with the general public, not for use in New York. Assurity is a marketing name for the mutual holding company Assurity Group Incorporated and its subsidiaries. Those subsidiaries include, but are not limited to, Assurity Life Insurance Company and Assurity Life Insurance Company of New York. Insurance products and services are offered by Assurity Life Insurance Company in all states except New York. In New York, insurance products and services are offered by Assurity Life Insurance Company of New York, Albany, New York. Product availability, features, and rates may vary by state.